All right, today we are cracking open the operating manual for a truly revolutionary smart pill, Rybelsus. Now, this isn't just about popping a pill, it's about mastering a really powerful tool. And to do that, you have to know exactly how it's designed to work.
You know, for years, this powerful class of metabolic drugs, the GLP-1s, they were only available as an injection. But Rybelsus, it changed the entire game. It's the world's first oral version, which is a massive breakthrough. It puts this incredible power over your own biology right in the palm of your hand.
But here's the thing, and it's a big one. People treat it like it's just an aspirin, when it's actually a high-precision instrument. And the key takeaway here is that most folks who fail with it don't fail because the drug is weak. No, it's because they just don't understand the very specific, non-negotiable rules for using it the right way. So that's the big question we're going to answer today. We are going to decode the science and lay out all the crucial instructions that unlock this drug's full potential. Think of this as your complete protocol for success.
Okay, let's dive right in. The main reason this powerful little pill can fail has absolutely nothing to do with the drug itself. It has everything to do with the incredibly harsh environment it has to survive, your stomach.
To really get why this pill is such a medical marvel, you have to appreciate what's called the stomach fire. Your gut is basically an acid bath, and it's designed to just shred proteins. Well, guess what? The active ingredient in Rybelsus, semaglutide, is a protein. For decades, scientists thought making an oral version was just impossible because it would be completely destroyed before it ever had a chance to work.
So how on earth did they solve this impossible problem? Well, they used a brilliant piece of chemical engineering, a secret weapon that's packed inside every single tablet. It's called CNAC. So check out this slide. It breaks down this super elegant Trojan Horse strategy. First, the snack creates a protective alkaline bubble that neutralizes the stomach acid. Then, this shield protects the active ingredient from getting digested. And finally, and this is the truly genius part, the snack actually helps pull the drug directly through your stomach lining and into your bloodstream. But, and this is the all-important catch, this entire process is incredibly sensitive. That Trojan horse has to make direct, totally unobstructed contact with the stomach wall. If there's anything else in your stomach, I'm talking a splash of coffee, a tiny bite of food, anything, the pill lands on that instead, the buffer gets neutralized, and poof, the drug is destroyed. A completely empty fasting stomach isn't a suggestion, it is an absolute chemical necessity.
So, because that mechanism is so delicate, it means the rules for taking Rybelsus are incredibly precise. And when we're talking about these rules, timing is absolutely everything.
To really understand why, you need to know this term, bioavailability. It's basically the percentage of a drug that actually makes it into your bloodstream. Now for Rybelsus, get this, that number is shockingly low. We're talking less than 1%. That means there is literally zero room for error. Every single microgram has to count.
So how do you protect that tiny, precious percentage? Well, the official guidance says to wait 30 minutes before eating or drinking. But if you want to know the pro move, waiting a full 60 minutes is optimal. This gives the drug the maximum amount of time to get absorbed before your stomach starts contracting and just washes it away.
And it's not just about time, it's also about volume. The protocol calls for exactly 4 ounces of plain water. Why so specific? Well, too much water and you dilute that protective buffer. Too little and the tablet won't dissolve the right way. 4 ounces, that's the magic number, the sweet spot for perfect absorption. Okay, let's shift gears now, from the stomach to the brain. Because one of this drug's most profound effects is how it completely changes your relationship with food by silencing what researchers call food noise.
This slide really breaks it down perfectly. You've got 2 kinds of hunger. Homeostatic hunger is your body's real physical need for fuel. But hedonic hunger, that's the drive to eat for pleasure. You know, that constant chatter in your head about the next snack. Rybelsus primarily works by turning down the volume on that hedonic food noise.
And that food noise silencing effect, it gets stronger as you follow this dose escalation ladder. Now, this isn't a race to the top. That first month at 3 milligrams is what they call a metabolic handshake. It just introduces the drug to your system. The 7 milligram dose is where the real work begins for a lot of people, and 14 milligrams gives you the maximum effect. Escalating slowly is required to let your body get used to it.
So because the drug is actively changing how your gut and brain work, your body is basically operating under a new set of rules. And to avoid side effects, you have to adapt your habits to manage this new system.
The number one side effect, by far, is nausea. And it feels a lot like motion sickness. But this isn't some random reaction. It's a direct result of the drug's main job. It slows down how fast your stomach empties. Food just sits there for longer. But the good news is, this is totally manageable.
You can handle this with 3 really simple rules. First, the vertical rule. Stay upright for a few hours after you eat. Let gravity do its thing. Second, the fluid gap. Try to avoid drinking a ton of liquid with your meals. And third, portion awareness. Your I'm full signal is going to show up much, much earlier. You have to learn to listen for it and then just stop eating.
Now, really critical warning. When you're eating less, your body still needs energy from somewhere. And if you don't give it the right fuel, it's going to start breaking down your muscle tissue for energy. This is a dangerous type of muscle loss called sarcopenia, and it basically means you're losing your body's metabolic engine.
So what's the defense against that? It's called the protein-first strategy. It's simple. At every meal, eat your protein source first. Aim for about 20 to 30 grams. This gives your body the crucial building blocks it needs to protect your muscle, keep your metabolism fired up, and even prevent that hair thinning that can sometimes happen with weight loss. Okay, finally, let's talk about mastering the protocol out in the real world. Because, let's face it, social situations usually revolve around 2 things that now affect your body very, very differently: alcohol and sugar. Your whole risk profile has changed. Alcohol can now make your blood sugar drop when you're not expecting it, and because your gut is moving slower, alcohol hangs out in your system longer, leading to what I call a slow hangover. And meanwhile, super sugary foods can just overwhelm your gut and cause dumping syndrome, which is a nasty mix of nausea, cramping, and bloating. Trust me, you want to avoid that.
So the simple strategy for success here is dilution and duration. If you were going to have a drink, pick something simple, like a spirit with club soda, that dilutes the alcohol and avoids all the sugar. And always, always, pair it with a snack that's rich in protein to help keep your blood sugar stable.
You see, by understanding all these rules, you're no longer just passively taking a pill. You're actively executing a protocol. You're shifting from being a patient to being the commander of your own biology. So the final question really isn't about the pill anymore. It's about you. You have the operating manual. The real question is, how will you execute your plan for metabolic freedom?